Hello, my friends. So today we are talking about how to find your purpose. Have you ever got up in the morning and you got up, you got dressed, you went through the motions of breakfast in this day of uncertainty? You may be working from home, so this is your new home office. So you go, you have lunch, then you're preparing dinner. You go do the laundry, then you go to sleep, and you get up, and you do it all over again. You're thinking to myself, is this all there is? Is that you? Have you thought about that? And that has gone through your mind as well, because it used to go through my mind all the time. That tape would play all the time about 6 years ago when I said, God, I know there is a calling on my life, but just show me what that is. And God will reveal his purpose and his calling for you in different seasons of our life as well, right? So the verse, the scripture, Proverbs 16:9 says, you can plan the course, right? We can plan the course, but the Lord establishes our steps. So we plan the course, but God's going to establish those steps for us. And in every season of our life, there is a different calling and a different purpose. And so before kids, my calling was to go to college, and I was a dental hygienist, and it's to serve my patients. And God blessed that part of my life for a long time. And then the next calling was I had kids. And that was my calling for 20 years, is to be present with my kids in every single thing they did. Every walk that they walked, I was there with them. But my job was to lead my kids to exhibit kindness, to be respectful, to be decent human beings for society, and to go be successful. So then they could go teach their kids. Because kids watch what you do as parents. They'll mimic exactly what you do. They watch, they learn, and they will grow. So that's that season and that period and that calling. And then as I transitioned into the calling of, after my kids have left, the empty nest. And then sometimes we have lost our identity and we don't know who we were before we had kids, because we were a person before we were a mom, but sometimes we get lost into that calling of motherhood that we forget then who we were before. So when we surround ourselves with people that encourage us, support us, and inspire us, sometimes God will call them into our lives to speak to us on what our calling is now. So it's really, really careful who we spend our time with. Because I can tell you right now, for me, I am super, super careful of who I surround myself with. And those people who are influencing this mind and these thoughts. So I ask you to think about right now, who are you surrounding yourself with? Who is influencing you and who is encouraging you? Are they supporting you in, maybe what you're feeling? And then, ask God for what is for you. And in a time of quietness is when he will give his revelation. But it's only in that time of rest where you say, here I am available. Will He really tell you what your purpose and your calling is right now? Because He is waiting for you to say, God, I am here for you, to walk with you and to help me impact this world in the way that you are calling me to. But sometimes we just really have to get quiet. If you do not feel fulfilled right now, you are not living out what your calling is. So if you have those feelings that, maybe you just have feelings of unfulfillment and dissatisfaction, it's because you are not living out what you are called to do right now. Because God calls you to be in a relationship with Him, not just use Him as a resource, but to be in a real relationship with Him. And so there's 3 ways to figure out what is that passion, what is that purpose, and what is that calling for you. And the first way is to step away from any kind of toxic mindset that you have going on. Because until you can step away from any toxic, friendships or just people that are calling negative things into your life, until you step away from that, can you not transform your own life? The other 2 way is to step away from the belief that others have transposed on you. Meaning you shared your dream and you shared your goals, but they just poo-poo it and say, oh, you can't do that. You're not smart enough. You're not worthy enough. You don't have a degree for that. Step away from the people that do not share the same beliefs that you do, who cannot encourage you, who cannot inspire you. And then the third thing is to step away from the lies that you tell yourself. We do that all the time, don't we? We tell ourselves those lies and that negative beliefs in our head all the time. So step away from the toxic mindset. Step away from the beliefs that others try to transpose on you. And step away from the lies that we tell ourselves. There's 4 people I really feel like, we need to surround ourselves with to help find our purpose and our calling. And the first one is a coach. We give coaches to our kids all the time, right? In athletics and dance and tutoring. And I know when my son went away to college, he needed a coach to teach him how to get organized. Because as a boy, he just was not organized. He was on the baseball field and he was on the basketball field, but he was not organized in his studies. So he hired a coach for that, a tutor. And in our own lives, it's important for us to have business coaches, marriage coaches, financial coaches. Because it's in those coaches, they're not cheerleaders, but they push you out of your comfort zone to make you grow. And, the thing already lives inside of you, but you need that coach to help pull it out of you. The second person is a comrade. A comrade is that person who is in those trenches with you, who has walked those experiences and can lead you every step of the way because they have been there themselves. The third person is the carer. Those carers who know how to put kindness into the world, who loves, and then who put you into that 4th C of a community of the same kind of people that will help you to grow into the calling that God has already put in you. Because I can tell you, no 2 people are alike. God has created you uniquely down to your fingertips. No two of us are the same. You are a rare individual with rare gifts and talents. So I encourage you to go seek and look at and see who you are surrounding yourself with today. And I have a new program that's just been released. It's called Intentional Growth and Grace, because we need to get up with intention. How are you intentionally going about your day? It's a 12-week group program where we give worksheets to help you discover that, but we're leading you every step of the way. And you have others to lean on that are walking the same path as you, because you want to surround yourself by the top 5 people that are already where you want to be. And how did they get there? And it's about a community. And then we have one-to-one calls with each other to help you grow along that path so you can go impact and just spread your love to others, because this is only our temporary home. We're only here for a short period of time. So how are you making an impact today? And so I hope you'll come join me into that program, and click the link below to find out more about that. All right, have a great day.